Interest in the WNBA has surged like never before, and there's no doubt it's largely due to one woman, Caitlin She's breaking viewership records, attendance records, and on-court records, all while generating hundreds of millions of dollars for the league. Even her jersey has become a symbol of excellence. But instead of celebrating her, the WNBA seems to be waging a war against its golden girl. The incidents are shocking. Caitlin has faced everything from popping eardrums to eye pokes and even being smacked on the head. She's been shoved, taunted with gestures like, "You can't see me," and disrespected repeatedly. So why is the league seemingly pushing back against a player destined to elevate women's basketball? We'll dive into the controversy surrounding Caitlin Clark and reveal the truth behind her unexpected leave. Caitlin Clark's frustration boiled over after the Indiana Fever's playoff elimination in a heartbreaking 87-81 loss to the Connecticut Sun. Despite her stellar performance, 29 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds, meanwhile, her teammates seemed to be in a daze, stumbling around, missing shots, and committing rookie mistakes while she fought like a one-woman army. Temi Fagbenle struggled significantly, committing a shot clock violation and finishing with 0 points, while Kelsey Mitchell managed only 9 points on 3 of 12 shooting, hesitating on open shots. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark was out there playing her heart out, hitting clutch threes while her teammates stumbled over themselves. You could see her frustration with every missed shot and turnover. After 40 minutes of intense basketball, when the final buzzer rang, Clark was left standing there. It wasn't just a loss. It was a wake-up call. No matter how hard she pushed, it wouldn't be enough without a supporting cast. This wasn't just the end of a playoff run. It marked the end of her patience. Caitlin Clark's shocking decision to leave the WNBA has sent shockwaves through the entire basketball world. After the Indiana Fever's crushing elimination from the playoffs, Clark dropped a bombshell during a press conference where she openly aired her frustrations with the league's brutal physicality and lack of protection from officials. "I feel like I'm constantly getting hammered," she declared. "Everyone is overly aggressive with me, and they're getting away with things they shouldn't." Her powerful words have sparked outrage among fans and analysts, exposing the league's failure to prioritize player safety and fairness, and setting the stage for a major reckoning in women's basketball. Caitlin Clark's college basketball career was nothing short of spectacular. Over 4 years, she consistently led her team to victory, captivating fans and establishing herself as one of the greatest women's basketball players in college history. Yet, despite her stellar performance, she never managed to secure a championship title. Still, her star power is undeniable. The national championship game drew an astounding 18.9 million viewers, 10 million more than the previous year, making it the most watched women's college basketball game in history. The media spent more time discussing Caitlin than any other players or the team that won the championship. Every headline seemed to feature her name prominently. Caitlin is a certified star, and she didn't even need to win a title to be seen as a winner in the public eye. However, the praise surrounding Caitlin is a double-edged sword. As she transitioned into the WNBA, she faced immense pressure to revitalize a struggling sport. Ticket sales, viewership, and various financial implications seem to rest on her shoulders. Other professional players have expressed skepticism about her ability to compete at the highest level. This doubt has manifested in the form of increased aggression on the court, with opponents sometimes fouling her brutally, even hitting her in the head. The media conversation surrounding her identity as a straight white female will likely continue to shape public perceptions of her success. With the first overall pick in the WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever selected Caitlin Clark, and the event drew a record-breaking 2.45 million viewers, the most in WNBA draft history. Her rookie contract, however, paints a stark picture. Valued at just $338,000 over 4 years, compared to the $57.9 million typically pocketed by the NBA's first overall pick. While NBA rookies rake in an average of $3 million a year, WNBA rookies like Clark only make about $320,000. But Caitlin's fortune is about to soar thanks to game-changing endorsements, Adidas and Under Armour. Each dangled $6 million deals over 4 years, but Clark chose Nike's jaw-dropping $28 million offer, an 8-year contract that includes a signature shoe line. That's not all. Caitlin also inked a multi-year deal with Wilson Sporting Goods, the official basketball supplier for the WNBA. As part of the partnership, Clark will test and provide feedback on various basketball products and serve as a brand ambassador, with new collections celebrating her set to release throughout 2024. Her dominance isn't just on the court. Clark's endorsements have brought her unparalleled wealth. To put it in perspective, the combined salary cap for all WNBA teams is just over $17 million. Astonishingly, Clark's Nike deal alone could cover the salaries of every WNBA player for an entire year, with $10 million still left in her pocket. Caitlin Clark leads the WNBA in player-specific merchandise sales, making her not just a star on the court, but a cash machine off it.
Jersey t-shirts and whatnot, and then it's just been not
a high demand. That's why it's up front.
Every time her name is mentioned, whether it's by the media, podcasters, YouTubers, or even the WNBA itself, it generates revenue for those platforms. But this spotlight has stirred up tension among other players, including her own teammates. Caitlin Clark has become a major focal point in the WNBA, with many players seemingly targeting her. Several athletes, including some no longer in the league, have made public comments that feel antagonistic. Former WNBA star Cheryl Swoops tried to downplay Caitlin's achievements, falsely claiming her scoring record was invalid because Swoops herself had played longer than 4 years.
It wasn't just for Caitlin, but you asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it.
Okay.
Right? So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year, and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken record?
This was quickly debunked, as Caitlin had only played 4 seasons. Swoops also exaggerated, saying Clark probably takes about 40 shots per game.
Caitlin Clark right now probably takes about 40 shots a game.
When in reality, Caitlin averaged just 20 during her NCAA career. Phoenix Mercury's Diana Taurasi also commented on the emerging stars like Clark, saying, "Reality is coming. You look superhuman against 18-year-olds, but you'll face grown women who've played pro ball for a long time." Interestingly, many new fans were unfamiliar with Taurasi before Caitlin's rise, underscoring Clark's transformative impact on women's basketball. Despite Caitlin Clark's remarkable stats, she's faced sharp criticism for not living up to the towering expectations set by the media. While she was putting up strong numbers, it wasn't always enough to silence the critics. On top of that, Clark has had to battle relentless defensive schemes designed to neutralize her impact. Opponents have consistently thrown everything at her, making it harder for her to truly shine, despite her undeniable talent and effort on the court. Take, for instance, the blatant flagrant foul by Kennedy Carter, who insulted Caitlin Clark before shoving her from behind, or the Seattle Storm player who blocked Clark's shot while driving an elbow into her head. An unpunished act that looked more suited for MMA than basketball, DJ Carrington's eye poke, and Angel Reese's aggressive lunge, followed by taunting without any foul, further highlighted the targeting Clark faces. Despite it all, Caitlin remains unfazed, saying,
"It is what it is, you know, I feel like I'm just at the point where you accept it and don't retaliate, like, you know, just let them hit you."
Fever coach Christy Sides voiced frustration, arguing Clark is treated unfairly, while NBA star LeBron James publicly supported her, tweeting, "If you don't rock with Caitlin Clark's game, you're just a hater." However, Angel Reese has resisted the narrative that Clark is the sole force behind the WNBA's rising popularity. Their rivalry, while intense, has drawn significant attention, benefiting both the league and Clark's career. Ultimately, it wasn't just the physical toll or playoff losses that weighed heavily on Clark. It was the relentless targeting and the way every foul against her seemed to be treated as an afterthought while she was penalized for minor infractions. And there you have it, the truth behind Caitlin Clark's departure from the WNBA. Despite her incredible talent and impact on the game, the challenges she faces have proven overwhelming. If you agree with me, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Caitlin's situation in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.